now happy to be joined on the phone line by an old friend. You know, Ryan, sometimes when old friends return, it just feels wonderful, doesn't it?
It's like putting on the old baseball glove you haven't had on in a while to go out and play some catch. That's what it is.
And here is one of them. Orlando Antigua is back. Orlando, how are you?
I'm doing great. I like that analogy, Ryan, an old baseball glove, beat up, worn down, but just fits right and does the job.
Well, now we would never say that, but you were here during a period of time that was just awesome to be a part of. I know you felt that as well. When you had the chance to come back and you're sitting there trying to decide whether to do it, what was that? Was that the ultimate reason why? Like, what made you decide Lexington again?
Honestly, it's we have so many friends and family here, amongst the administration, amongst the staff, in the community. My daughter is living here. She's still going to school, at UK. So there was a lot of variables that came into play that, we were able to create some great memories and just have a lot of attachments here. And this is what my kids have grown up to know as home and feel as home. And so it was, it was hard to leave Illinois because of what we had done there and established, and was grateful for that experience in those 4 years, and those folks were great. I was building some of those relationships there, but it's just a different feeling when you get an opportunity to come back to a special place like Kentucky.
Well, okay, so let me ask you on that. What you've now been other places, and no disrespect to those places because I know you've enjoyed your time there.
Yeah,
but what makes this – I saw you taking Chin Coleman around yesterday, and you said at one point in it, this is different. What makes this different?
Everything about it is different. Everything in terms of, obviously, the staff, the expectations, the history, the support. Just the how engaged the fan base are, how engaged the student body is, just the whole overall. It's hard to put and describe into words, and so in going through that process and showing Chin around and just reliving some of those memories and trying to explain, the word just keeps coming up. It's just different. You have to experience it, and once you do. Then you can get an appreciation for it and understand.
How are things? Well, let me put it a different way. How is Orlando Antigua different now than 7 years ago? And do you think at all Kentucky is different than it was 7 years ago?
I am a little more huskier, Matt, a lot more grayer. And, obviously – just a different experience now, having been a head coach and then having coached in the Big Ten and those experiences. So just more seasoned. And Kentucky, I think Kentucky still is the same. I mean, I mentioned it before that we were recruiting some kids that wind up choosing Kentucky, and you understand. I mean, Cal is Cal. He's a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, he's been able to have tremendous success here. And I know last year it was in a year that not many people were very happy about, but there were so many different variables that came into play that it was a freak year. And so just glad to be back here now and juiced up to start getting the process ready to get going for next year, man.
When you were here the first time, you had a staff where most of the people, maybe except Kenny, had a long relationship with Cal. This is going to be different. I mean, Jay, Lucas, the assistants are going to be you, Jay, and Chin. Jay's only been here a year. Chin's not been here at all. And you're kind of I don't want to say the old man, but certainly the experience with Cal guy. How do you see the dynamics of all of that playing out?
Well, I'm excited, man. Don't forget that Bruiser and Rose and Chris Woolard are all guys that are part of our family. And though Jay and Chin may be new in terms of quote unquote working with Cal, those are guys that have always been around and have had a relationship with Cal prior to. And so what I'm excited about is I know how hard they work. I know the kind of people they are. I know that, just from my conversations with the guys and having worked with Chin, I'm excited, man. I'm pumped up. This staff is a great staff, and we're going to get after it, man. We're going to get after it. And
let me ask you about getting after it.
Not saying that the other guys that were here weren't doing that, because they were. But I'm excited to be back working with Cal and having that opportunity, and looking to do great things again, man.
When Cal first got here, and you were here as well, Cal famously said in the press conference, "We will get the best of the best players," and also said our goal is to find the most talented guys and bring the most talented guys here. Now, college basketball is at least a little different with the transfer portal, the possibility of G League for some guys. Has that philosophy in your mind changed or evolved at all? What do you think in 2021 the recruiting philosophy is right now?
It's to try to go get the best players that fit, that want what Kentucky is. They want that pressure. They want that, knowing the guys that have come through here, knowing that the success that we've had. It takes a special kind of character, a special kind of kid to want to be able to take on that challenge, to do that, knowing it. And that's something that gets communicated throughout the process so that everybody's understanding what it is when they come here. It's different. And when Cal says, it's not for everyone, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. You have to want to come and attack that and understand that what comes with that. And so when kids decide to want to take on that challenge, our fan base should be extremely excited, because they are stepping into that challenge, and that's not an easy thing. And so, when you have the kind of turnaround and the kind of the amount of kids that the team lost last year compared to all the newcomers and the experience, and then you get into pandemic, you have a lot of variables that come into play that, make for a challenging year. But these now are seasoned. They have they have a hunger about them, and just my conversations with a few of them, that's exciting. And so we got to add some pieces to that and then keep building on that. There are different variables now that are in play because of the G League and transfer portal, but that still doesn't negate the fact that we want to go out and get the best players that want to take on the challenge of playing here at Kentucky.
I remember, this is over a decade ago, but I was sitting with you at one of the various events, recruiting events, and you said something to the effect of, you were talking about guys, and you were like, "That's a Cal guy." And then you were talking about another one, you're like, "I don't know if that's a Cal guy." Now it does seem like, so you guys have gotten some guys in the transfer portal, Kellen Grady, C.J. Frederick, that are a little different than what maybe that meant 10 years ago. Does what it means to be a Cal guy, has that changed maybe as the game has changed a little bit, or is it still the same?
No, it's still the same. The fabric is still the same. The competitive spirit that Cal looks for is still the same. Obviously there are different needs that each year the team possesses, and that's kind of what you sit down and you look at, okay, what is it? How do we want to play, and what are those needs? And then let's go out and try to go find those guys that are going to fit that vision that we're trying to have. And so those kids that you mentioned, the Kellen and hold on a second, all those guys are built for this, and those are Cal kind of guys, because the conversations are the same with them and the challenge is still the same. And they're deciding to sign up and come in to represent this university and this program the same way that many of those other kids that have come through here have done.
when we have a guest that I know he really likes Orlando, I let Ryan ask a question because he gets really excited. He really likes you. And so because of that, Ryan Lemon, you're on the floor. You got a question.
My man Ryan, what you got for me, brother?
All right, big dog.
First of all, wait. First of all, how's your family doing, man? How's everybody doing?
They're doing well. Thank you for asking. I got a shooting guard, small forward you may want to look into here in a couple of years.
They sound like Kyle kind of guys.
You mentioned the variables that affected last year. And, Cal received a lot of criticism from us included and the fan base about last year.
Yeah.
You know him as good as anybody. Where is his head out now? Because, like I said, he's received some criticism about the style of play and the players he recruited. What is his mind frame right now?
Well, you guys heard him. You know he's ready. You heard how excited and fired up he is about this season. He's ready. He can't wait for this season to start. He can't wait for these kids to get back from their break, to get back in the gym and working. And when you have your leader that excited and that fired up, man, that just runs through everybody, and so our staff is pumped and we're ready, and it's not going to be a whole lot of talking. It's going to be a whole lot of working.
I'll get you out of here with this, Orlando. Tomorrow we're going to have on Chin Coleman. When Jay Lucas came, we kind of remembered him being recruited, so we knew him at least a little bit. We don't really know Chin Coleman at all, so tell us what we're getting in Chin Coleman. You're
going to get a guy that you guys are going to like. He's really intense. He's incredible basketball mind, really, really good basketball coach. Does a great job of building relationships, just across the country with coaches, with players, and he's a great human being. So you guys are going to like him, and you're going to feel his energy, his passion, and the way he talks. He's got that Chicago swag, and he ain't afraid to let everybody know he got that Chicago swag.
Well, I like that. Well, Orlando, people listening know his ability as a coach, but Orlando's, in my opinion, one of the nicest people, great family that's been here at Kentucky. On a personal level, I'm just happy to have you back because it's always brighter having you around. Congratulations and welcome back to Lexington.
Thank you, Matt. That's going to cost me another $10 next time I see you. Dang it.
Well, I mean it. Even you can still pay, but I mean it. Thank you, Orlando. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, brother.